Well, hi there everyone. Welcome to my first review of a Lego set. I'm basically starting this because of some of the folks I've seen on the internet, like Club Creator, who's a fan I am for quite some time now, and not only because of his accent. This review is going to be for set number 6560. It's part of the All Lego Town Divers team, and it's called the Diving Expedition Explorer. The set has 426 pieces, and it came with 7 minifigs. It was released in 1997. The instructions are in pretty good shape considering its age. It's split into various modules for the cage, the boat, 3 steps of building, the submarine, 15 steps of building, the boat, basically without the crane, has 10 steps of building, and completed it'll have, not sure because I haven't checked yet, 22 steps of building in total, and the base plate including the reef has, let's see here, 23 steps of building. Well, there are no missing items from the set, and there are no mistakes that I've seen when I built the set. It's got a pretty nice background. You get the back here, some of the ideas which are also on the box. I'll show you in a minute the box as well. It's pretty neat. You get like a fishing trawler, piece of a harbor with a reef, and some kind of island. I haven't done any of these yet because I don't really have any time, but I'll try and get some done. As I said, here you can see the box. It's pretty big. So, got a presentation of the boat and the submarine itself, and it comes with this play feature presentation here. And you can see here the inner tray. This is a nice thing that Lego used to do. Large sets had like inner trays that you had for special pieces, and it looked very nice when you had the presentation. Moving on now to the minifigs. You get 7 of them, one of them being a skeleton. You get the boat driver. He's kind of like a Lego Town smiley face with radio. It comes with a life vest and a camera, and the camera's pretty cool. I didn't get many of those, and I haven't seen them around that much. You get the sub driver, pilot. Comes with this red uniform with the submarine on it. Got glasses and microphone. You get 2 of these guys, Lego divers. Comes with a smiley face and white hair. And actually both of them were supposed to have red flippers, and one of them didn't have them when I purchased the set, but I got some replacements on Bricklink which are on their way. The second type of guy you get is this guy. He's got a smiley face and a brown beard with brown hair. And last you get the skeleton. He's got a conquistador helmet, and the sword was actually extra, but I put it in his hand because I don't know, it just makes him look cool. Yeah, so each of the minifigs that wears the helmets comes with some hats as well, like a cap, 2 black ones and 2 red ones according to their uniform. And I think it was nice of Lego to think of that. I don't really see that much in newer sets when they pay attention to detail like that. Moving on now to the boat. The boat comes with a small dinghy, and that's what it looks like. It comes with 2 of these scuba torpedoes. I think Club Creator mentioned that they were from James Bond. I don't exactly know. You get 2 of them for the divers. You get a flag. It's supposed to be like a buoy when you play with it, and it marks where the divers went underwater. It's got this printed piece here. I think it's specific to the divers team, the flag. And the boat, it's pretty basic. You get a hook, which I'll show you what that's for a bit later, and like a small engine. And it also has this black piece here, which I'm sure you've all seen. You can slide it around easily. Now onto the sub. The sub is usually attached to the boat using a pin. I'll show you in a second now. If I just get this crane off. There we go. So this red piece is the center, and that's where the submarine sits. Then the submarine. It's pretty cool. You get this camera here on top of it. You get a couple of lights. You get some claws, which are posable with hooks. A couple of ballast tanks. A propeller. Some stickers. So you get a sticker over here, one on the other side, two on the propeller, and the 560 sticker, which is actually the set number without the 6 that they had in the beginning. The boat also has a hook attachment on the top, which is for the crane that you've seen a bit earlier. You can open the canopy like this, and that's what it looks like inside. You get a lever for the controls and like a small computer. There's only room inside for one minifig, but it's got these nice portholes here, so I like that. I think it's a bit more detailed compared to another submarine that I'll be reviewing a bit later. The boat itself is pretty long and big. The other diver sets tend to have like a type of fishing boat or a barge or something like that. This looks a bit like it looks like a large ship of some kind. You get a crane on top that swivels, not 360 degrees because you hit the construction part here. The crane can be moved up and down, so you can pose it how you want. Using this piece here. It's got a couple of lights, which makes it look cool. Looks like there's floodlights if you're playing with it. That's how it looks like at night. And this piece here, if you push it slightly inwards, you see here, it snaps. So every time you click it more, it goes further back. So you can basically make the crane as long as you need. It has a winch on one side, use to raise or lower the crane, and basically the boat, the submarine, and this cage here. Let's see if I can get it out. You get a shark diving cage. Oops, sorry about that. This is where I kept the caps. As I mentioned earlier, and you also get a spare life jacket. So this is what the cage looks like. It's got these ladder pieces and this type of square piece here that connects all around. And it's got the hook attachment. So basically you can attach everything to the hook on the boat. A bit tricky with one hand, but there we go. So that's what it looks like. And you can move it around in lowered in the water or whatever. Okay, this is the front of the boat. You can see it looks pretty cool. It's got a couple of chimney stacks on each side for the engines. You get a mast with lights, a couple of different divers' flags, an antenna, like a radar dish. Some more lights at the front. You get a couple of fire extinguishers down there, and inside of it there's nothing much actually, but you get this rail that's very useful. Most of the other diver sets you have to struggle a bit to put stuff onto them, but in this one the boat, the cage, and the submarine all fit nicely onto it, so you can have like, well, like an expedition basically. That's why it's called like that. And nice little thing here, you can pop the roof open using these gray pieces and get easy access to the inside. You can see a map in there, and that's where the controls are. You get like a wheel and a couple of computers on each side with the radar. And it's pretty nice of Lego to think of that. Usually these days they just put a plate which you have to remove, and that's pretty annoying. But this one you just lift open like that. You get some stickers for this one as well, like the 560 here in red, and some of this submarine sticker on each side. You also get a sticker with some arrows showing that the crane can move sideways, forwards and backwards, and lengthen itself. And you get some of these flags here again, which are printed. Okay, so that's it for the boat. And moving on now to the landscape that you get with the set. To remove this guy here. He's actually not part of the set, just one of the collectible minifigs. But I thought it was nice to put him there because he was a diver too. This is an overview of it, like the way it's set up now. And it's pretty cool. I mean, when I constructed it, I didn't know what it would come out, but Lego did a really good job in making this seem authentic, and it's actually like some underwater reef. You get a lot of stickers in it, like little fish, and there's some inside there. And basically on each one of these rocks you get some stickers. And it just adds a bit of color, because otherwise it would have been just gray and a bit of green. You get some wildlife with it, like sea creatures. First off, swordfish here. It's basically got the shark's body and this piece here with the sword. And you can open its mouth, and with the little thing you can put them on one of these plants, basically on any one of these plants, using either the tail hole here or the one in the center. I tend to use the one in the center because they just sit better. So you get one of these guys. You get the stingray. The stingray doesn't have any movable bits, just it's like a large piece. It's pretty detailed. You get like the mouth here with the gills, and also it has a hole in the center. You can put stuff like that. You get a white shark also. So it got the white body, and again you can open its mouth, and there's a bit of room to put something in there, like and ate someone's arm off or something. And you also get an octopus. I have one of these from an older Aquazone set, but it didn't have the eyes. And this one has some translucent green eyes. It makes it look a bit evil. Like, divers have to be careful when they go down there. You also get some underwater plants here, and these ones look like sort of like cactus. They're spread all over the place. Some weeds, like kelp that float upwards. You get an anchor that it just adds to the underwater theme. It's very cool. pity you can't use it for something else unless you build like a large ship model or something. You get a net here that you can see here. It's caught onto these hook elements down there, and the elements are spread about the set. So basically, when you're playing with it, you can put the divers with their hand, and they cling onto this, and it looks like they're swimming. And I thought that was a pretty nifty idea. And this is what the other side looks like. It's nice that you have a lot of room to play with the divers. I mean, there's all sorts of caves here, and you get like a big cave in here with the arches. And here at the back it's straight. I'll show you why in a second. Yeah, so that's basically it for the base plate with the scenery. And the actual play feature that you get with this particular diver set. This piece here, it connects the whole thing together. If you remove it, then you can put it around here, and it looks like it's a rock normally. And the set splits in half, connects here, and now if you turn it around, it looks completely different. It looks like a long reef, and you get two of the archways that now look like this, and you also get easier access to the treasure that the skeleton is guarding usually. Should have been leaned up against that, because the divers are supposed to find it. And there's a treasure chest. It's a basic treasure chest. You've probably seen it all over the place in the castle sets in particular. It's got a pop-off lid, and that's the treasure inside. You get a golden chalice and a sword and some of the Lego pieces that are money, so from number from 10 to 40. Yeah, and that's about it. I think it's a pretty cool set, and it's got a lot of playability. I'm only ashamed that I got a bit too old to have any more imagination to play with them, but I hope one of these days I'll manage. And I think if I were to give it some grades for the younger kids especially, I give this a 9 out of 10, if not even a 10. It's got a lot of stuff you can move on it, and it's got so much scenery that you can make all sorts of scenarios in your head, and you can either pretend to capture the white shark, or look for the treasure, or I know the submarine can get stuck in the net, like one of the ideas on the box suggests that, and you have to go down and salvage it. And not only that, but you can reconstruct it into various things using the boat elements. For older kids, I go also for a 9. I mean, even if they don't have enough time to play with it, it invites you to play, and it's easy to make up some kind of play idea. And for grown-ups, I'll go with an 8. The set, after all, doesn't have that many pieces, so you can't say that you can build a lot of stuff out of it, but at least you get a lot of these stone pieces, and those are pretty useful, and the arches as well. I haven't seen that many arches around, to be honest. And not only that, but for example, I keep it in my room, and it makes for good display. So yeah, it's a pretty cool set. I think you can still look this up on eBay. I haven't looked it up when I went there initially, because eBay tends to be a bit expensive. I haven't looked for it on Amazon either. Again, because where I live, it's expensive to get stuff from Amazon shipped. I got this one off Bricklink, and I can recommend anyone to go to Bricklink. It's an excellent community, and especially the person that I got this from was very, very nice. And they kept it in one piece for so long. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. If you like it, I don't really care that much about subscribers or anything like that, but at least I managed to get some time to do this review, because I noticed there wasn't a lot of stuff on the net about this particular theme, except Cloaking who, I mean, he's a great guy, and he's got the underwater base and stuff. Yeah. So another review will be coming up soon if I get the time. It's the one for the deep sea bounty, 6559. Until then, take care, and hope you enjoyed the review. Bye bye.